30 dah.
Rosak. Hah? Tertutup. Kaunter SYAHIDATUL pun tutup. Tutup.
Air.
Ya.
Kenapa?
Sedih. Sebab paperwork saya terjatuh kat dalam air. Lepas tu nak print, komputer rosak.
Lah, kenapa tak guna tu sistem kita? Kita kan ada sistem.
Oh, sistem apa ya?
Sistem terpisah.
Ain, sekarang dah boleh mohon online lah. Cuba Ain guna app ni.
First thing first, if the user click on the home button, it will show you the current or updated information for the user. For the community, in the navigation bar have a faculty representative that consists the list of involved staff's name. Same goes to the head of school, HEA and also HEP. If the user click on contact, the page appears the address, phone number and an email of few items Sarawak for them if they have any inquiries. Then, this system also provided a help button if they need a tutorial to guide the system. User need to click on the user manual stuff, then it will appear a PDF file using a new tab so that it will not intruding the previous page. Same goes to be done by student. Just click the user manual student. Next, student must be logged in their account first with the correct password created by the administration or it will appear like this page. The password for all students are already in the data so that they didn't need to sign a new account for this system. Click the register activity to register the activity. Fill the activity name. Activity location. Date. Category. Session. Number of participants and choose the accompanying staff, either it will be an academic or non-academic. Then click insert record. Click the update registration button to update the record. For example, I update a new date for this application and also the number of participants. Then you can see your new application in the view application by clicking the view button. And then it will appear to a page of your application including the status result from the trade administration.
So basically, after the student submitted the application, we have to manually key in the data into the database for the bridge entity only, so that every department can evaluate the application. We have to do it for every department. First, we do it for faculty representative with the correct ID, activity ID and the status. We put it as pending. Pending as the default status. We have to do it for every department, starting from faculty representative and then head of school, and then now we're doing it for HEA, Academic Affairs Division, with the same activity ID and status pending. And the last one is HEP Fund Committee, and then insert. And then we have to refresh the student main page, and then we can see that the status are pending by default. Okay, and now we have to log out and then log in back as staff. So firstly, we have to go as faculty representative, key in the correct staff ID and password, and click login. And then this is the main page of staff, faculty representative. These are the lists of the application, and they have to click one application to evaluate, and this is the page. And then the status is pending, and they have to either approve or reject it, and then click update. And then log out and log in as head of school with the correct staff ID and password, and then log in. And then just like the same cycle as before, they have to click one application to evaluate and either approve or reject, and then click update and log out. And then we can see there that the status is already approved, and then log in as HEA. And then this one, let's make it let's key in the incorrect one, incorrect password. Let's log in. So this is the page if the password is incorrect. Okay, now let's insert the correct one, and then click login. Next, we can see the status is pending there, color runs pending, and then click the student ID to evaluate, and then approve, update. And then we can see it's approved on the status column.
Next, we are going to log in as HEP Fund Committee. The login page leads to a page to view the list of activities registered by students. For the search bar right here, let's take a quick look at the source code. To retrieve the information that we are searching for, join predicates have to be used in the where clause in line 121, 122, and 124. In line 123, department ID is equal to 40, which is the ID for a fund committee. So here we only need to type the keyword in, and the information we are seeking for will display. As the status is pending, we will update it by clicking on the student ID. This is where the staff approves or rejects and adds remarks, which is the amount of money given to hold the activity. Now back to the previous page. The activity is now approved. Let's test the search function again. There we go. Here, we are doing the login to check how it looks if the student is the one viewing. Now you see that the activity passed all levels of approval alongside with the budget. Logging in again as the same member of the HEP Fund Committee. Search your name again, and we're trying out the remove button to see whether it works or not. It only takes one click to do this. So now all the data has been removed. Repeat logging as student, and now the student will not be able to see the information of the activity registered if it has been previously removed by any of the staff.
For the ERD, the system consists of 5 entities, which is staff, student, department, activity, and a bridge entity as department activity. As you can see, one department consists of many staff, wherein the staff table staff ID as the primary key and the department ID as the foreign key of the entity. One student can apply to a one or many activity. In the student and activity table, student ID and activity ID is the primary key, meanwhile student ID as a foreign key in the table activity. One department table can evaluate many activity and also can update many activity in the system. So that's why the bridge entity is subsist. It shows the department ID and activity ID both are primary key and foreign key.
In this context diagram, we can see it has 5 entities and all are connected to process 0, e-TAPA online system. Let's start with student. Student will submit activity details into the system. They may also submit the updated activity details. Later, they will receive approval status. Next is faculty representative. This entity will receive activity details and send the approval status to the system. The exact cycle also happens to head of school and academic affairs department. As for student academic development fund committee, it may receive activity details and send approval status along with remarks. This is the diagram 0, an expansion of context diagram of our system. It begins with process 1, submit application details. In this process, the students will be able to submit the application details to the data store application. For process 2, student may update the application details and the updated details will be stored in the same data store. Next is process 3, display application details. It allows all departments to view students' application details received from data store application. Process 4, update application status, lets all departments update their evaluation, either rejection or approval. This status will later be stored in the same data store. Process 5, submit remarks. It allows HGP Fund Committee only to submit remarks to be stored in data store application. Process 6, display application status and remarks. This process can only be accessed by HGP Fund Committee and students.
Dengan web ni, awak boleh hantar pada bila-bila masa sahaja. Malam pun boleh. Lepas tu tak perlu print. Simple kan?
Simple. Mudahnya sekarang.